52 Crimes That Shocked the World. From Susan Smith to Andrea Yates to Casey Anthony, we've got a comprehensive look at the crimes that shocked and stunned us over the years. Casey Anthony. Casey Anthony. On July 5, 2011, America was outraged when Florida party girl Casey Anthony was found not guilty of murdering her daughter, Caylee Anthony, too, in the most widely followed televised trial since O.J. Simpson. Cindy Anthony reported her granddaughter missing in 2008 and said her daughter Casey's car smelled like a dead body had been inside it. Casey lied to police, saying her daughter had been kidnapped by a nanny. Caylee's body was later found inside a trash bag in the woods near the family home. Since Casey's acquittal, the world's most hated mom reportedly has turned down book and TV offers, at least for now. J.C. Dugard, Philip Garrido. J.C. Dugard. J.C. Dugard/Philip Garrido. J.C. Dugard was miraculously found in 2009, 18 years after she had been kidnapped as an 11-year-old in 1991 from Lake Tahoe, California. After convicted sex offender Philip Garrido and Dugard visited UC Berkeley, an investigation led to cops finding out the incredible story of how the criminal and his wife, Nancy Garrido, had kept the girl in the backyard of their Antioch, California, home for years, right under the nose of visiting parole officers. Repeatedly raped by Garrido, Dugard gave birth to his two daughters. In 2011, Philip Garrido was sentenced to 431 years imprisonment, his wife received 36 years to life. Dugard has adjusted well and resuming a normal life and wrote the memoir A Stolen Life about her ordeal. World Trade Center. 9/11. On September 11, 2001, the Islamic terrorist group Al-Qaeda launched a series of coordinated attacks on the United States, causing the deaths of almost 3,000 people. Terrorists took over 4 passenger jets so they could fly them into important buildings in suicide attacks. 2 of the planes were crashed into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York. Both towers collapsed in a fiery disaster. Terrorists crashed a 3rd plane into the Pentagon, but the 4th plane, United Airlines Flight 93, meant for Washington, D.C., crashed into a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania when its passengers charged the cockpit. Lee Harvey Oswald. Lee Harvey Oswald. This November 22 marks the 50-year anniversary of Lee Harvey Oswald's assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963. Although many still question the circumstances, government investigators concluded that Oswald, acting alone, assassinated Kennedy by shooting him with a rifle from the Texas School Book Depository as the president rode in a motorcade through Dallas, Texas. Oswald later killed a police officer who sought to question him and then was arrested in a movie theater. Jack Ruby shot Oswald to death as he was being transferred to jail on November 24, 2 days after Kennedy's assassination. Jack Ruby. Jack Ruby, just as shocking as Lee Harvey Oswald's killing of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963 was Dallas nightclub owner Jack Ruby murdering the accused assassin 2 days later on November 24, 1963. As Oswald was being transferred from police headquarters to the jail, Ruby materialized from a crowd of reporters and shot the alleged assassin. Americans already reeling from Kennedy's death witnessed Oswald being murdered on live TV. While Ruby has long been fodder for conspiracy theorists, investigators concluded he acted alone out of anger over Oswald's action. Ruby died in prison of cancer in 1967. O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson, in a case that inspired hundreds of headlines, the football great was accused of the heinous 1994 stabbing murders of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman at her condo in Brentwood, California. Simpson's 8-month televised trial was known as the trial of the century, and his dream team of lawyers, including his friend Robert Kardashian, the father of TV's future reality clan, mounted a vigorous defense that evidence, including a bloody glove, had been mishandled. In a 1995 shocker, Simpson was acquitted. In 2008, he was convicted of kidnapping and armed robbery. This year, he received parole on some charges but remains in prison on others. Jodi Arias. Jodi Arias, cops found a gruesome death scene in June 2008 at a Mesa, Arizona home where salesman Travis Alexander had been stabbed 27 times and shot in the head. They arrested his beautiful on-again, off-again girlfriend Jodi Arias and charged her with first-degree murder. During Arias' sensational televised trial, in which the couple's raunchy sex life was revealed, the photographer testified that she killed Alexander in self-defense. The jury didn't buy it and she was convicted on May 8, 2013. Arias' penalty is still pending. Dr. Conrad Murray. Dr. Conrad Murray, the world was stunned when Michael Jackson, 50, was found dead on June 25, 2009. It soon was revealed that the king of pop had been desperate to sleep while preparing for a series of comeback concerts. Jackson's personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, had given him the powerful surgical anesthetic propofol to cause sleep when other drugs didn't work. Murray was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter in his 2011 trial. But the court action hasn't ended, as Jackson's family is suing concert promoter AEG for wrongful death.